Good Sunday morning. In just over 5 months, voters will decide a presidential election with stakes that could not be higher for issues from the economy and abortion to immigration, foreign policy, and the Supreme Court. Voters will pick 11 governors, 34 U.S. senators, 435 members of the House, decide dozens of statewide ballot measures, and choose thousands of state and local officials. But in the midst of an historic election, 81% of voters across party lines say democracy in America is under threat. Nearly a third of voters feel so strongly about it that they say they will vote for or against a candidate on the issue, regardless of that candidate's stand on other issues. For months, President Biden has tried to put democracy on the ballot.
Not since President Lincoln and the Civil War have freedom and democracy been under assault at home as they are today.
Former President Trump, who is charged with 14 felony counts related to efforts to subvert the 2020 election, continues to falsely claim he won and to warn his supporters not to trust the 2024 results.
Keep your eyes open. Watch the cheating. The radical left Democrats rigged the presidential election in 2020. The radical left Democrats rigged the presidential election in 2020, and we're not going to allow them to rig the presidential election in 2024. The radical left Democrats rigged the presidential election in 2020, and we're not going to allow them to rig the presidential election in 2024.
Now, Mr. Trump has refused to commit to accepting the election results if he loses, saying, quote, "If everything's honest, I'd gladly accept the results. If it's not, you have to fight for the right of the country." That sentiment has been echoed by his supporters.
President Trump won 2020, and we cannot have a steal on 2024 again.
Do you think there's any possibility of Biden winning the 2024 election fair and square?
Absolutely not.
If the results come in and it says Donald Trump and Kari Lake didn't win, will you trust those results?
No.
Last month, a third of voters, including 68% of Republicans, told CNN they don't believe President Biden won the 2020 election legitimately. In a March Quinnipiac poll, a third of voters said they're not confident votes in the presidential election will be counted accurately. Half of swing state voters worry about political violence around the election and its aftermath. And nearly 40% of local election officials surveyed this year by the Brennan Center said they have experienced threats, harassment, or abuse just for doing their jobs. As Justice Department officials put it last week, those threats have been supercharged online by new technology like artificial intelligence.
If you threaten to harm or kill an election worker, volunteer, or official, the Justice Department will find you. The public servants who administer our elections must be able to do their jobs without fearing for their safety or that of their family.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.